Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome. It's Friday Read Live. So, it is 5 p.m. here in France, in Normandy, and we have not changed time yet here in Western Europe. We're changing time. I think it's on on the 30th, a Saturday night to Sunday. So we'll wait to see if anybody shows up in the chat. Welcome to the two people who are watching. If you desire, come on and tell us what you're reading. So this is the place where we talk about what we're reading today, Friday, this weekend, and sometimes into the week. So welcome, Alba, hola, happy Friday, bon vendredi. Yes, what are you reading, Alba? How are you? How has your week been? Hmm, It's 5 o'clock. Gotta have my tea. Um, so while we're waiting for people to come in, I see there's 7 people watching. Hello, hello, welcome Friday to you. So I'm gonna get started with telling people what I'm reading at the moment. So, of course, I am chugging along in Victor Hugo's Notre Dame de Paris, which is a Hunchback of Notre Dame. I'm reading this one with my friend Anna, and we're reading this in French. And I've just finished book 4, getting on to book 5 tonight, and then I will read book 6 tomorrow. It's interesting. Let's just put it that way. It's not doesn't come off a little bit like Les Miserables. It's a little different. The start of this book. So yeah, it's still early days. It's still early. So 11 books, and there's I think 700 pages in here. So it's early days. All right, the next book I'm reading is this one right here, which is called The Potting Shed Murder by Paula Sutton. This one is, well, Paula Sutton, if you don't know who she is, she's the face of her Instagram account with Hill House Vintage. Here she is right here. And this is a cozy mystery. I am currently just 65 pages in, and I'm really enjoying this. Giving me it's giving me modernized Agatha Christie vibes, and I'm loving it. I really am. The writing is really snappy, and it's very British, darling. And it's very upper crust. It's a lot like Paula Sutton's life, because Paula Sutton is a black woman married to a black British woman married to a white British man, with I think 2 mixed race children. And in this book, the main character is kind of like Paul Sutton. So it's kind of interesting how she's made herself as the sleuther of the novel, and I'm enjoying it quite a lot. So more on that. And the next book that I'm going to pick up, I think I'm going to start this tomorrow. North Woods by Daniel Mason. This I am reading with my Normandy book club. I don't know y'all about this one. This is like straight up literary fiction for sure, but it's a book that has pictures in it. It just has like random pictures throughout the novel. I really don't know, y'all. I don't know. Um, I think it's a nature read. I don't really know much else about it, but yeah, I'd have to have this read by the 22nd. So it's not very long. It's just around 369 pages. A nature read, that's all I know. There's a lot of pictures in there. And yeah, like we got, I don't know. I don't know. So more on that later. So that is what your girl is reading today. weekend and into the following week. This is my lineup. All right, let's see where y'all are. Okay, so we have Celeste is in the house. Happy Friday, Celeste. Happy Friday, A Social Optimist. Happy Friday, Latrice, Alicia, and Margaret. Happy Friday. Bonjour. Hello, Kay. How are you? Welcome. I'm so glad you could make it. Welcome, Curtis. Welcome, Amalola. Oh, Teresa in the house. Girl. Oh, it's good to see you. Let's see. Margaret says it's near to the wave of mature age sleuth. Yeah, assassin. Yeah, it's really good. Let's see. Solicit. Is that a UK? What a UK cover? What? This one? Or this one? This is. I think this is a UK cover. I'm not as familiar with Northwoods, but I believe this is a UK cover. But I'm not so sure because I don't know what the other cover looks like. But I think it looks different from this. This I think is going to be the same cover in the U.S. I think it's just all the same cover. I think, if I'm not mistaken. This one, uh, this one has book two coming out this summer, and I believe it's the month of July or August. Book two is coming out from this series. So, yeah. All right, let's see. Um, okay, so Kay said started The Queen of Sugar Hill by Rashonda Tate. Okay, just finished Dirt by Charmaine Wilkerson. Well, Kay said she liked it. Very nice. Happy PI Day. It's PI Day. I don't know what that is. Hey Nicole, how are you? Happy Friday. What are you reading? Hello, Mary. What are you reading? Bernie says reading Firstborn Girls by Bernice McFadden. It's a memoir, and so far it's really good. I know it's going to be good for sure. That one. Margaret says, yeah, we have a different cover from Northwoods. Yeah, I didn't know if it was a different cover just because this is a paperback. I don't know. I don't know that much about it, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, so Celeste said finished Gloria Days, currently reading The Ghost of Gwendolyn Montgomery and Model Home. Okay, that's interesting. The Ghost of Gwendolyn Montgomery is interesting. Did you like Glory Days? I really liked it. I thought it was good. So it said yes. I think that's pretty good. Is it? I don't know because I ain't heard nobody talk about it, so I don't know. I don't even know what it's about. And on the back of, I must have looked at it when we voted, but I don't remember. I really don't remember. So I'll discuss as I'm reading. Nicole said finish Disappearing Acts and watch the movie. Okay. The movie omitted detail as usual. Maybe want to revisit other Terry McMillan books to see how her themes differ from the movies. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, it's Pi Day. Okay, I didn't know. Girl, I don't know. I'll keep up with all that. Sharon, happy Friday. Sharon just finished Firstborn Girls, enjoyable. Now reading The Sacred Place, Daniel Black. Ooh, that's gonna be good too. Sharon got a lineup. Okay, Celeste said yes. I was confused if it was the same book. Ours is definitely plain Northwoods. Oh, okay, I did not know, girl. I did not know. Welcome, Lex. Lex is reading Dream Count. I almost like it a lot. Wait. I'm reading Dream Count. I'm almost no. I think you want to say I like it a lot so far. I'm gonna go with that. I'm glad because I know it's gonna be good. Billy says hello, happy Friday, Billy. Reading Harlap. They Were Her Property, and Black and Blues. Those are all apparently very good books. Hello, Tracy. How are you? Happy Friday. Yeah, I love Glory Days is hilarious. Glory be a mess now. I laughed so hard in the part where she's in the casino and they have the Commodores. I couldn't stop laughing for that. I thought it was hilarious. Um oh, Nicole is reading Dawn. I love Dawn. Oh my gosh, that's one of my faves. Happy reading on Dawn. Okay, Curtis said finishing Respect the Life of Aretha Franklin by David Ritz and The Secret Diaries of Charles Ignatius Sanchez by Peter Joseph. We'll be starting James by Percival Everett this weekend. Ooh, those are all really good. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, Alicia said morning started Margot's Got Money Troubles by Ruthie Thorpe. Okay. It's Pie Day, apparently. Tracy said rereading out. You're rereading it. When did you read it? You read it? Didn't you read it last year? Rereading Hours and started Dancer on the Shore by William Melvin Kelly. Very nice. Why are you rereading Hours? I thought you just didn't you just read it last year? Am I crazy? I don't know. What are you rereading it with someone or with book club? Let me know. Curtis says we'll be starting Locking Up Our Own by James Foreman Jr. Ooh, that sounds ominous. Teresa said reading has been slow, anxiety, stress. I get it, but have been reading Blue Sisters. Oh yeah, I've heard a lot about that book. I want to read some mystery sisters though. Well, you need to get Glory Days, girl. That'll kind of give you something to laugh about and smile about. Blue Sisters. I don't know. I haven't heard anything that made me want to read that book. I've heard so many people not like that book for many different reasons that it turned me off. So I don't know. Maybe I'll read it on a later date or something. Okay, Nicole's also listening to Fatal Invention, nonfiction about race and race science. That's really sounds interesting too. Celeste said the concert theme. Oh yeah, that was outrageous, wasn't it? It was hilarious. Yeah, Gloria is a mess. She's a whole vibe though. Amala said we'll be starting The Vegetarian by Han Kong. That's a really good one too. Still on Difficult Women by Roxane Gay. I am not surprised. Oh, you're reading Ethan Frome by Edith Wharton. Okay, that would be interesting what you got about that one. That's been one on my TBR list, but I have not even bothered to even look the way of tackling that one. Latrice said, currently reading First One Girls. Are you enjoying it, Latrice? Amala said, speaking of Percival Everett, he comes to Dallas next week. I can't wait to meet him. Hope to start telephone by him on Monday. Oh, very nice if you're gonna meet him. That's gonna be a good one. Let's see. Celeste said, ooh, I did love Margot's Got Money Trouble. Oh, okay. All right. And he said reading Becoming by Michelle Obama. And she said to Nicole, enjoy Dawn, read the whole series of Little Brew. Yeah, I love Dawn though. That's a good one right there. Tracy said, yes, I read it when it Hours. She's talking about Hours. When it came out, now reading it as a read along, okay, with a group started by Akili. Okay, a black man reading. Oh, okay, great. Celeste says, I think Glory Days got me out of my reading slump. Highly recommend it. Yeah, it's a fun read. It because I feel like what she does the best is I love how she juggles different storylines all at the same time, and she gets it spot on with the characters, the dialogue, just how she moves the storyline around. She's really, really good. I mean, I can just see that series, which is I think it's really called the Glory Broussard Mystery Series. I can see that going for 10 books easily. You know, she's just really good at at developing that storyline. Teresa said, yes, Glory Days is at the top of my list for movies. Yeah, I feel like it could go for 10 or more, books easily. Just because she has a lot to work with. I mean, it's set in Lafayette. She uses all of the right things. There's food, there's, the community, there's the women's club that Glory is a member of. Glory is a whole vibe. She's this older woman who's living on her own, who has her specificities, and who, takes, bets, bets for people and stuff. So yeah, it's a fun read. It's something that's light, can make you laugh, make you smile. Like I ain't mad at it, because how many books do we read that make us laugh and smile? Not that many. Go get you some Glory Days, Oh, but I recommend you read Glory B first though, because I feel like if you read Glory B first, you'll be able to understand some of the little things that are going on in the book. But if you haven't read Glory B and you just go directly into Glory Days, you're going to miss some of the connections that are brought up in the first book. So yeah, definitely read Glory B first and then move on to Glory Days. Um, yeah, of course there's going to be more. I mean, it's a series. I mean, for sure. But I don't know if it'll be 5 books, 7 books, 10 books. I don't know what I plan, but I know they're going to be other books because they already got 2. But yeah, I think she's gonna easily do 10 because there's a lot of material to work with, and she does it really, really well. Oh, Teresa said, I definitely need a book to pull me in and lets me get lost to where I can't put it down. Okay, well that one is you can read it in one sitting, Glory Days. For sure. I read it in 2 sittings, I think it was 2 or 3 sittings. But that's because I had to. But if I had had more free time, I could have sat there and just read the whole book, like in a morning or afternoon, because it was, you know, captivating enough that I wanted to know where the story was going, who trying to figure out who the killer was and all that. I thought it was really good, and it had some funny things in it, and just some, family things, and just a lot of, things that are kind of light, that are also damn serious and heavy. So I highly recommend that one, Teresa. That should definitely pull you out of a slump if you feel like you're getting towards one. Celeste said, I asked the author and she said more to come. I figured there'd be more to come because it's book 2. Why wouldn't there be more to come? It's clear it's a series. It's even written on the cover of the Glory Broussard mystery series. So I don't doubt. I just don't know if it'll be 10 books, but I think it will be 10 books at least. Um, Cherie says she's reading Harlem Rhapsody. It feels like I feel like more people are reading it now. All of a sudden, Celeste, I did it in 2 sittings because I was in out. Yeah, see, I had the same problem. I was working in between when I was reading it, so I could not sit down and just read all day. I didn't have that. I ain't had that option at that moment when I picked up the book. Um, so yeah, I mean, I don't know. Let's see, because I don't know if any of you guys caught Troy Powell's video. He did a video not so long ago talking about some mysteries that he had read, that he was either talking highly of or not. So if you need more Rex, go over to Troy Towell because he is the one that gives out the good recommendations for um what you call it, for mysteries and crime novels. Hey Keisha, just started Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. Oh wait, I think I recognize that title. What's it about this book, Birthday Girl? Amalila said covers of Glory are gorgeous. Yes, they are. They're very good. And I like the fact that we never fully see Glory because it allows us as readers to imagine what glory might look like. And I think that, I think that is kind of a nice touch to the covers. Let's see. Tracy said the author is doing, well, no, it's supposed to meet via Zoom for a local book club honoring an author. And I think somebody on Instagram is interviewing her, but I don't remember what day, and I don't remember who it is. I saw it on somebody's stories that there is a black bookstore that's going to interview Danielle Arsenault. So I don't know who that is. I have to see if I can figure out who that is. But it's going to be on somebody's, live on IG. But yeah, so definitely something to read if you like cozy mysteries. And I think this one as well is going to be a successful um, mystery series as well because this is written really, really well. Yeah, it's written really well, and it's got those upper crust British, vibes. People living in the countryside outside of, London, in the big, manoir with old cars, and yeah, I'm big in that one as well. It's like a whole vibe. I love it. Let's see. Lex says it's be better than Blanche. No, it's not better. It's just different. It's just different. Blanche on the Lamb is its writing style isn't the same, and it's sort of a different approach to a cozy mystery. There are similarities in the fact that Blanche and Glory are both, you know, forward speaking black women, but that are smart enough to know when they need to keep their mouths shut and when they need to be talking. They're smart enough to know that, and that's what they have in common. But other than that, the stories kind of read differently, and it's mostly because the writing style is different. But they both have value in the cozy mystery department. Keisha says she always be writing controversial taboo romance books. This is about this girl, and I'm assuming her soon to be ex's dad getting together. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, they're both good. Just one is not better than the other. They are just two different types, two different styles of cozy mystery. They're both good. They both have value. I always love Blanche White because I think that her character is fantastic. But I'm loving Gloria Broussard. Her character is pretty fantastic. So yeah, there's room for everybody in this cozy mystery, you know, cozy mystery thing. All right, so yeah, they're both written very well. They just don't have the same writing styles, but they're both written very well. Um, so but that's totally normal. But yeah, they're both worth exploring. They're both worth exploring if you like cozy mysteries. I know some people do not like mysteries. They prefer hard boiled, crime, kind of novel. But this is, yeah, cozy mystery, bit light and yeah, fun. So yeah, I recommend it. Totally recommend it. So has you told what they're reading? And how is your reading going so far? Now that we're well into March, we're like midway into March. You feel like are you ahead of your reading goal? Are you behind in your goal? Are you spot on? I'm interested to hear what people are going to say about that. I'm personally ahead for once, which I'm like, okay, I'm ahead. I don't know how long it's going to last, but I'm ahead for the moment. Um, let's see, I'm in one of those phases when I'm reading so many different books that I'm finishing any. Well, I'm reading other books as well that I probably won't finish until the end of the year. I'm reading like all the time, but I mean, I know I'm going to be finished these three for sure the end of the month, you know. So I'm not too worried about it. Um, uh-oh. Wait. Okay, so Nicole said, my reading is going well considering the words we, I know, girl. Child. Yeah. Margaret said she's behind. You'll catch up. Birdie says she had three. I'm like the same as you, Birdie. I'm ahead three. Teresa said, wait, have to see the new Evergreen subscription format. I'm canceling today because I don't like it. And the latest reviews in the App Store all bad. No one likes it now. Yeah, I can imagine. For the moment, I listened to an Everrand last month. So I don't know. I have to look at it and see what's going on with it. Um, oh no, Cherie says she's behind. But don't worry, you'll catch up. Hey Raymond, how are you? What are you reading? Margaret said dipping into William Morris, into Rebecca Solnit, and into James Hunter biography. Okay, that's a lot. Celeste said way better than February, but still ahead by a few books. Well, yeah, that's good. But I know you, Celeste, you're gonna catch up real quick. Celeste's gonna be 15 books ahead. Kay said behind compared to where I was last year at this time. I think I'm still on track. Latrice said I'm almost done my reading. Girl, what was your reading goal for the year? Oh my God! Don't tell me your goal was 50. I'm said I didn't. Oh, you didn't say this. Okay, but you're behind on the classics. I want to read. Okay, I can't say for now. Maybe at half a year I can answer. So, how many classics are you planning? You've already planned how many classics you want to read for the year? I haven't planned all. Well, I picked out a few, but I know some other ones are going to sneak their way in. So I don't like hard plan the classics. I do pull some out that I do absolutely want to read, but I don't pull all of them. How many classics are you planning on reading? Uh, yeah, I know we're all looking at Latrice. Latrice, what was your reading goal? See you. See, I was not far off. I was 2 books off. Damn, girl. Latrice is reading. She's reading. Curtis said reading goal is going well so far. On par with 5 to 6 books a month. That's very admirable. That sounds like me. Plus, art DNFing has made my reading experience so much better. Yay! Curtis has no worries about DNFing. I mean, I think that's fantastic. Tracy said, no worries, just read and don't stress. Exactly. And definitely you need to. That's the problem. I feel like this is one of the main reasons why people wind up getting in the funk is because they refuse to DNF. And I don't get that. We're not at school. Why do you feel compelled to push through when you're not enjoying it? You're not enjoying it? Dump it. You know? No need to feel guilty. Oh, you always set your goal at 52. Okay, I didn't know that. So that means technically you're probably going to read about 250 books this year. Wow, I'm impressed. Okay, so I'm gonna set at least 12 classics, one a month. Yeah, I'm about the same. It's a one a month. Sometimes it can be a bit more, but in general, it's one a month. Oh, and you're only on your first one. Oh, yeah, okay, I see the problem. I see the problem. Well, it depends. You know, if you got a short classic in there or two, then you should be all right. But if they're all like over 500 pages, yeah, you're gonna have to press on. But I know you can do it. Raymond said, still reading Samuel Ringgold Ward, A Life of Struggle by R.J. M. Blackett. Nikki Giovanni's poems 1968 to 2020, and Zora Neale Hurston's letters. Very nice. Okay, Teresa said, I think I might be behind on mine. Oh, well, you'll catch up. Okay, Latrice said, the inevitable slump will be here soon enough, though. Girl, I mean, you have read 52 books in less than 3 months. So, if you want to give yourself a break, I mean, give yourself a break. You deserve it. Almost said, Latrice, 52, stop playing. Read three times that and more. Okay. Okay, so Margaret said going all in for the life and letter route. Let's see. Keisha said I'm 2 books behind, but I only put it at 30, so I'm not worried. I started a new obsession I figured would interfere. Know thyself. Oh my God, what are you doing, Keisha? Nicole said reading the bare minimum each day has helped me keep the reading going. Then before I know it, I'm into the story and in large sections. That's it. It's slow and steady wins the race. Nicole said, when I DNF, I dump the book and the author. Oh, damn. I don't do that. I only dump the author if I'm in the second book and it's killing me. Then I dump the author and the book. I don't dump the author right away on the first book. I mean, you can always just fall upon the wrong book, or it's a debut or something like that. And you can just be like, nah, this is for me. But you could come back later and read a second book, or another blacklisted book and find out that, brilliant. So I'm not that harsh. I might dump though after the second one. If the second book is like, ugh, yeah, the whole thing is getting dumped. She said, I know, but I don't like to stress. I'm always like to hit as soon as I can. Yeah, girl, you hitting it hard too. Uh, oh, okay. So now you're telling me it's not 250, no more than 150 this year, if that. Okay, all right. Yeah, I know that's harsh, right, Raymond? You dumped the whole thing, the author and the book, the first book. Curtis said to Nicole, wow, I may not necessarily dump the entire author, but I will stop reading the particular book. Sometimes the book may not connect, that's all. Nicole said, I get mad, y'all. Like you get mad, girl. You dumping the author too? Margaret said, yeah, some authors vary widely in their tone from book to book. Yeah. It can be nice to discover or be disappointed. Now, it's true because you look at somebody like Percival Everett who never writes the same book twice, ever. You could fall upon one and absolutely hate it. So, for example, if you fell upon a book called So Much Blue, you would probably hate it. Because I really didn't like So Much Blue. But I didn't dump Percival. I said, no, let me get this erasure that I had on my shelf as well. And I read the erasure and I loved it, and then I kept reading. Now, if I would have dumped him, I would have missed out on erasure and all the rest of the stuff I read. So yeah. Uh Teresa said, damn, Nicola's a bully. It's strange a few people in my silent book club said they're in reading slumps already. I combat that by reading multiple books at the same time. What's a silent book club? I don't know what that is. What's a silent club? Well, I don't know. I mean, I think there's many reasons why people can get into reading slumps. But I think another thing is when people have readings that are, how do you say, when they're not picking out their own books. So, for example, if they're in a book club or in a few book clubs and they have to read different books that they're reading aren't the books that would normally pick within their reading range. they can keep reading like that for the next few months, and then they wind up in a reading slump because you're being forced to read things that you wouldn't normally pick up. That can be one of my people in the reading slumps. Also, when people read too much and don't give themselves a break, that can put you into a reading slump. Reading is supposed to be fun. When it's not fun anymore, that's when you get into a reading slump. That's your brain, your mind, whatever you want to call it, telling you, girl, put a book down, go out for a walk, watch a movie, go shopping, do something else, because you're obviously, doing it too much. And so that's what's causing, this slump thing, that we get into sometimes. So, and that's why it's also good, like Amalola does it, which is to read different books, which is the same thing I do. I never read more than 3 books at a time. And that is that I'm reading that I'm going to finish in a short period of time. Um, and I make sure that they're different, like they don't, that one doesn't resemble the other. And if I do that, I'm fine. Let's see. Nicole said you got one chance to make a first impression. If you suck, then next. Pretty much, she popping the balloon. She popping it. I'm a little said first of all, it's a little crazy. I think about Dr. No is unhinged. Yeah, he is a little crazy, but I think that's the fun thing when he's writing. Nicole's laughing at everybody's, comments on her dropping the offer and the book. Oh, okay. A silent book club is read what you want. How does that work? Somebody explain. I do not know what the silent book club thing is. What do? You all meet up and you read your own book at the club? Is that what it is? I'm not sure. Teresa said Stephen King is the same. You can hate one book and love another. His catalog is so big, though, so there is so many to try, and yeah, they're like very different. Tracy says it's where you meet and silently read whatever. Okay, I have never heard of this before. Silent book club. Duh. I'm lost. I just learned something. Okay. I'm Lola said, yeah, we read in our individual different books for an hour and then we talk about what we've read since the last meeting and the book in hand. Okay. I like that. Maybe I could get my book club to do that like on an off month. We could do silent book club. Let's see. Raymond said silent book club. Yeah. Okay, yeah. All right. Amalola says also talk about the movies, TV shows we're enjoying. Okay, very nice. Amalola said crazy in a good way. Okay, Margaret said I need one of those clubs at my local bookshop or cafe. I think it's a great idea. Nicole said I'm in a silent book club with everybody. They don't read, but I tell them the entire book like it's gossip. That's funny. Yeah, Raymond said, Marcus, you need to start one. Why don't you start it? Nicole said, when I read Kindred, you would think I knew someone that was pulled back in time to save their slave owning ancestor. Okay, Lola said she found her silent book club on Meetup app. Yeah, I heard that's a good place to find book clubs. I know somebody else who found their local book club like that on that app, on the Meetup app. So yeah, I had never heard of Silent Club. I like the principle. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, it could be a lot of fun. It could be a good way to get introduced to new books. So since everybody's kind of doing the round circle and talking about like what they read last week or the last book they read, I kind of like this idea. Okay, Margaret said she's thinking about it. She said they already have a lot of events going on, but maybe she can slip in there somewhere. Okay. And then Amalola said to Nicole, that was me. And the secret Lives of church ladies. I send voice notes reading aloud to my friend group. That's really cute. Margaret said it's been going in the introverted Pacific Northwest forever. Oh my God, I'm a little. They were forced to get the book. That is so funny. Uh, okay, so Margaret is asking I'm a little which uses his voice notes. She said she's had trouble with Buddy Reeves with all the data leaks and bad actor trying to avoid. I think we use Boxer. I use Boxer. Raymond, the Silent Book Club I'm in started in 2020 during the pandemic. Okay, we have a group on Goodreads. Oh, okay. Hey D, how you doing? What you reading? D's reading Can't Get Enough and Junie. Okay. Junie said it's been well. Margaret said, yeah, I can't convince my Polish friend to use Voxer. Why? Well, I know some people don't like the idea of talking into the thing, but it's very convenient when you're not in the same time zone. I mean, it's like, how else are you going to do this? Because you're not going to type everything out. I know I'm not typing everything out. I'm going to say that. That's like a total waste of time, typing something out. You just go on Voxer and you talk into your phone or whatever. Wait, too many apps. I respect people have a limit on this. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, how is the thing is you don't have 50 million options. If you're going to be discussing the book with somebody who lives in a different time zone, you need a vocal, an app that will record you vocally. So you could do it on Instagram. You could do it on the DMs on Instagram. The only problem is Instagram, I think most people have only 1 minute, although some people have 5 minutes now, so you could do it on Instagram if she has Instagram. Um, you could also do it on WhatsApp as well. So I'm not sure what the problem is. There are a lot of different ones you can use. If she doesn't want to get Boxer, does she have WhatsApp? Because WhatsApp works. She could do it on there. Or if she has Instagram, she could do it on there, provided she has more than 1 minute. If she only has 1 minute, then that means she has to when she gets to the 60-second mark, she has to take her finger off the or whatever and press it again to continue her comments. WhatsApp, Discord, Boxer. My IG is old too, so won't allow me to update. Trying to avoid Meta because a-holes. Well, I mean, you can do Discord. Why not Discord? That works. Discord or Voxer, any of those works. Um, I know some people don't have Discord. I mean, I have Discord, but I know some people who do not have Discord. But maybe your Polish friend has Discord. If she has Discord, then you can do it on there. Kay said, I have 5 minutes on IG voice notes. Yeah, I do too. I love leaving those typing. Poor Raymond. I like leaving those too. Margaret said we're having tech issues recording on Discord. I'm feeling my age. What kind of problems you have recording on Discord? Tech issues. What kind of tech issues? Okay, so you got tech issues on Discord. What's wrong with WhatsApp? Oh yeah, you said you didn't because WhatsApp isn't that owned by Zuckerberg. What about Voxer? Does she not have Voxer? Because Voxer works really well. What's wrong with IG? Doesn't she have IG? This Polish person? put voice notes when they work are fun. Yeah. Yeah, of course I leave you notes all the time about Nigerian and South African shows on Netflix. Because they're so damn good and there aren't any at the moment. I'm furious if there aren't more at the moment. I think I've really watched all of them. Now there's not as many. I actually did watch one not so long ago. I think it was South African. And it's three shows, but they quote each other. So you see some of the same characters in each one of the shows. Fantastic. It was really, really good. Really, really good. Let's see, remember, so there's no microphone on laptop or phone app. What's the millennial to do? We'll figure something. Oh my god. Like this sounds drama-ish. This sounds like somebody that just doesn't want to find a solution because that is not that difficult to find a solution. Tracy said, I buddy read Nana by Brandon Massey with my neighbor, slept with the lights on for a couple of days. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Teresa said, logging. Oh, you gotta log off. Bye. Lunchtime is over. um, yeah, I feel like yeah, you gotta figure that out. Oh yeah. Kay said, Margaret, do you need to give the app permission to use your app? Or your mic, sorry. Yes, D, you watched them too. Well done. Solo. That's what it was. So, so freaking good. I loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. So good. Well filmed, well written, the three storylines. So, so good. Absolutely love it. If you haven't seen Unjolo, like the three different films of Unjolo, watch them. They're so, so good. Okay, so Margaret is checking to see if it's about having her mic, agreeing for her mic to be used. Yeah, that would be a simple solution. Thank you, Kay. Um, oh shit. No, it's got access. Okay, well it ain't that, it's something else. Something else is the problem. Okay, so any other bookish news or anything anybody got to say bookish wise? Has anybody read anything recently that they thought was really excellent that they haven't heard people talk about? Yeah, as a caveat. Yeah, it sounds like we need to pray for Margaret's Discord. Yeah, Heavenly Father, get this Discord work for Margaret. Name a book that you read recently that was excellent that maybe you haven't heard that other people haven't really been talking about. That's what I'm asking you. I'm trying to think the best one because I have quite a few. I have quite a few good ones. Um, I was Small Country is my favorite at the moment. Let Us March On by Shara Moon. Yeah, that one it sounds like it would be very good. When I heard what it was about, I immediately thought, yeah, this one is going to be good. That's good to know. I'm glad you think it's really good. Um, oh my God, it hears me when you hit the mic and prints it out as text. Oh, okay. Day one says the Thursday Murder Club is a fun, cozy mystery. I didn't expect to enjoy it, but club read. Okay, the Thursday. I've heard of the Thursday Murder Club, but I have not read it. Um. Oh, you gave it five. Stars. Let us march on. You gave it 5 stars, Latrice. Wow. So you really liked it. I'll have to check it out. I definitely have to check that one out. Yeah, noted. Tell me about it. Cause yeah, 5 stars for a new book out this year. That's excellent. Cause have you read? Did you give a rating on trees for Harlem Rhapsody? 2 minutes on book says Fatal Invention by Dorothy Roberts. Killing Black Body 2, which was also okay. I know, right? I'm a Lola. That is high praise. When like you got up and look when Latrice gives a 5 star because Latrice gonna be giving them out like that. So she really liked the March On. But what did you rate Harlem Rhapsody, Latrice? Oh, 3 stars. Okay. You're still very annoyed with the hype for Harlem Rhapsody. Yeah, well, I mean, look at it. It's for the cause. Get them black books sold. It's for the cause. Raymond says, try this, Margaret. Press and hold the microphone. Okay, so he's giving her the whole thing. I'm going to say last time it was The Personal Librarian and Perfect Peace. And those are two of your faves of all time. Yeah, well, Perfect Peace was definitely a 5 star. When I think when we discussed it in the Read Split club and we had a chance to discuss it with Daniel Black, that was the icing on the cake. So good. Okay, now wait a second. D said 3 stars. So what did you think? Did you read it? You might have thought it was 4. I don't know, or less. I don't know. Bernie and Sweetness and oh yeah, I remember this by Ishi Robinson. 5 stars. Okay. And Latrice said The Unexpected Diva by Tiffany L. Warren was very good too. I gave it 4 stars. Is this like romance? The Unexpected Diva? Is that romance? Is it just contemporary? Celeste said, I think the hype is around the relationship controversy. Yeah, that's what I think as well. Latrice said, and I was kind with the 3 star. Oh shit. Okay. She was kind with 3 stars. Sharon said, hello everyone. Happy Friday. Just finished Glory Days. Love it. Yay. Latrice said also Black and Blues by Amy Perry is a banger. 5 stars. Yeah. I've heard a lot of good things about that one. But not surprising, it's Imani Perry. And then Latrice says the unexpected diva is historical. Okay, it's historical fiction. Okay, very nice. Well, it was there. I think it wasn't isn't Harlem Rhapsody being published by Penguin? Isn't it Penguin Random House doing it? Because if it's Penguin Random House, then you kind of know why the hype was there. That's what they do. Is try to hype that book as much as they can before people actually get the book in their hands. So they tease you with the cover, and everybody loved the cover, and it's Jesse Redmond Fawcett, and then very soon after, there was I think it was Cree had done a reel or something, and it was connected to Harlem Rhapsody, but it was dealing with the relationship between W.B. Du Bois and Jesse Redmond Fawcett. And I think from the moment that teaser video came out, a teaser reel came out, that sparked like a major, roller coaster, and people were, all, I'm sure going and buying the book almost immediately. Let's see, Black and Blue. Okay, 5 stars. Oh, you saw her speak. Very nice. Latrice said also want Tati to read Black and Blues due to her love of the color blue. Oh, I think she'd love it. Okay, she probably will. Yeah, I think Berkeley is an imprint of a Penguin as well. It's small. It's a small imprint of Penguin, I think. So you know they know what to do when they want you to buy a book. I mean, the cover's beautiful. You know, we know there was a relationship between W.B. Du Bois and Jesse Fawcett inside the book, and that just made people. And it's Victoria Christopher Murray, which a lot of people like her. So I think all of those three things converge to make a very successful book. Not, and I'm not saying successful like I said, the book sex is just as successful between the covers. It's just that it's the thing that makes people want to buy that book, you know. So I get it. I get it. It's popular for that reason. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Yeah, it's an imprint of Penguin for sure. Um, so, you know, this is easy to do when it's a writer that everybody knows and really likes. Victoria Christopher Murray is very is just fairly popular, and then she just is off of the heels of her second with co-writing that she did with what's her name, Marie, is it Marie Bennett? I don't remember what the second book was called, but you know, the we had the personal librarian, which did extremely well, which is a beautifully written book, beautiful story. And they wrote a second one together, which I don't remember the name of that second one. I don't know if it was as popular though, the second one as the first one. She said that was my most anticipated book, and I was so upset it did not live up to its potential, like at all. Oh wow, okay, that bad. All right. Yeah, this happens sometimes, and when we have our hopes up, you know, really high, and we start reading like, what is this? You know, yeah, I know how you feel. You don't feel good when that happens. You feel very let down, you know, disappointed. I totally understand how you must have felt reading it. The first ladies, yeah, the first ladies. I don't know how well the first ladies actually did. Um, Tracy said Victoria Christopher Murray has been around. Yeah, it's been around for a long time. Some folks act like she just came out with the first lady. Well, yeah, that's because they don't know her, and you know why they don't know her. You know why they don't know her. You know, so you know, it is what it is. Um, but yeah, that disappointment when you're reading a book that you expected so much from and you don't get it. It's just disappointing. Okay, so you said the first lady was very good. So what did you give it? 4 stars or 3 stars or three and a half? What did you give it? Oh, and a great book pairing. Oh, it's a great book pairing with Let Us Mark. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I could see that. Okay, so you gave it 4 stars. Very nice, very nice. Okay, well, I'm sorry that that didn't pan out, Harlem Rhapsody, because for sure it was one of the books on the list of new books coming out in 2025 that was supposed to be a hot ticket book. Like it was, that was the five book down the pipeline. And okay, well, it wasn't. You know, it wasn't. So, but like you said, Let Us March On was very good. So we should all, you know, step out and get that one. 5 star read. So there you have it. I don't know. Maybe because maybe the book she the way she tells the story is a little bit too broken up into two different sections. And so, because it's true, we knew it was called Harlem Rhapsody. We knew it was about Jesse and Fawcett, but there could be a lot in this book and a lot that isn't in that book, you know. So, Margaret giving up on making this. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Hey DL, how are you? What are you reading? Okay, Kate said she gave Harlem Rhapsody 3 stars. So you kind of feeling the same as Latrice. Are you let down by the book? Raymond said Victoria Christopher Murray mentioned in an interview how her publisher felt like she needed to prove herself with Harlem. Huh? Because according to them, readers don't see her as a historical fiction writer like Bennett. Um, well, I think technically before she was more of a contemporary writer, or more so than a historical fiction, but she's already written, co-written, the First Ladies and the Personal Librarian. So that tells me that she can write historical fiction. So I don't understand them saying that to her. She can clearly write historical fiction. She's written, co-written two books that are historical fiction. Benedict, sorry. Um, so I don't get that. Bye, Margaret. Good luck. Latrice said the stuff you expect to be there is not in there, which is why I was upset. So more, probably more historical fiction, maybe. And then Latrice said, yeah, because black, I know that. Yeah, that's what I said too. That's why I was like, you know why? You know why? Um, the stuff that you said wasn't in there. I'm assuming what wasn't in there was enough elements of historical fiction. Is that what you thought was missing that wasn't there? Because I know the love relationship seemed to be, because that's what everybody talks about, seems to be the central in the story. Okay, yes, without spoiling it. Okay, I see what you mean. So I get it. I understand why you're disappointed. I'm not at all surprised by that. Then, not at all surprised by that. So, yeah, yeah, no spoilers. I mean, I haven't read it yet, but the fact that you say it's limited elements of historical fiction, that's not a spoiler. That's just, it is what it is. Uh, bye bye. Have a great weekend. So yeah, I totally get it. No worries. I understand why it's yeah, why it wasn't top on your list. Well, wait, let's see. Bernie said the mainstream does not know Joy Christopher Murray. They know Marie Benedict, yeah, or at least give her most of the credit for their joint book. I don't know why they would give her most of the credit for the joint. They wrote that book together, and I can tell you, I feel like that is probably some of the best joint reading I've read in a long time, because it's so difficult to write a book with someone else. That is where one person stops, the other picks. You can't tell. That is very hard to do, and I think in the Personal Librarian they killed it. They did that so well. You literally could not see who was writing what passages. It literally melded in. They're melded together. Um, let's see. Latrice says that's crazy, Raymond, because the first ladies, you can tell Victoria carried the great elements of that book. First Personal Librarian is so cohesive. Yeah, you can't tell the difference in right. You cannot tell. I mean, I was like, I was by that you could not tell who who left the room and who picked up. You really could not tell. Now I'll have to read the first ladies to see how that is feeling. But but Latrice, you seem to say that it looks like Victoria Christopher Murray picked up a bigger portion of the writing of the first ladies. So that's interesting that you say that. So because maybe because didn't they write a bit of that in um the um the Personal Librarian? that might have been why the cohesiveness happened a little better than in the ladies. Very, very interesting. Hi, Olivia. Okay, Olivia said, I really love that. I just read a book that I just read was All We Were Promised by Ashton Lattimore. Okay, what's it about? It sounds like historical fiction. Um, it was more noticeable because it's Eleanor's. Ah, okay. I wasn't thinking of that, but you were correct. Correct. Okay, I can see how that. I could see that. I can totally see that. Yeah. So unless to make it more cohesive, they got Victoria Christopher Murray to write um Mary McLeod Bethune and Marie Benedict to write some of I'm sorry, Victoria Christopher Murray write a bit of Eleanor Roosevelt. That would have like kind of evened things out a little bit. Um, okay, so Bernie M says Victoria says that when people went to stores to get her book, they were either in the back or one was displayed out of sight when Marie Benedict writes a book. It's nicely displayed out front. Yeah, no, that's crap. Um, the nuances in those books definitely point to Victoria Christopher Murray doing the bulk of the writing. Yeah, okay, that's cool. DL said reading back on chat. Yeah, okay. Nana creeped me out. Okay, yeah. Um, Latrice said, but the book is excellent. More people need to pick that one up. Yeah, I have it on my 2025 TBR list. Um, Olivia said, just found two at my library section that I am only 55 pages in, dreaming in ensemble how black art transformed American opera, Lucy Kaplan, and Before Elvis by Preston Lauterbach. Okay. Yeah, feel better, DL. Oh no, Luke, that's good. Girl, be careful. Take care of yourself. I'm a little disappointed to hear that that the first lady was treated like that. That's a little disappointing to me. Dee said I chatted with Victoria Christopher Murray and she discussed the amount of research she did for her book. It was a deep dive. Okay, now wait, Dee, you talking about Harlem Rhapsody, right? Let me know if that's what you're talking about. Tracy said yes. I'm a scaredy cat, so I slept the lights on. Oh, we're discussing quite a few books, and we were discussing um, the first we started discussing Harlem Rhapsody, then it went on to us discussing the first ladies and the personal librarian. Okay, so you were talking about Harlem Rhapsody. That's what I thought when you said that Victoria Christopher Murray chatted about, discussed how much the amount of research she did for that book. Okay, so she said, yeah, that's what made me excited for it. But I didn't see the evidence of said research outside of the affair, which is the whole book. Oh, damn. Okay. All right. I didn't realize the whole damn book was the affair. That's too bad. It's too bad that she wasn't able to You need to read The Personal Librarian, D. You would love it. It's real good. Excellent read. Um, yeah, no, it's no problem. It's no problem that she said that. I mean, actually, I'm kind of glad that she said it. But anyway, um, hey Rose, how are you? You really do need to read The Personal Librarian, D and Raymond. It's very good. A little disappointed though to hear that Harlem Rhapsody is mostly about a love affair between W.B. Du Bois and Jesse Redmond Fawcett, because Jesse Redmond Fawcett is such an interesting writer of Harlem songs. This is like she's real interesting, I think. Yeah. So okay. Okay, so D contradicts you. She says the affair was a part of the book, but I don't think it was the whole book. Okay, and then Latrice is side eyeing Raymond. Tracy said Barnes and Noble is notorious for hiding new books by Black authors. That really sucks. Um, and then let's see, we can agree to disagree, but read it for your. I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it. I'll probably listen to it on audio though. I'll probably try to listen to it on audio. Um, I find that a little disheartening that Barnes and Noble hides the new black books in the back. What's that about? That's messed up. Yeah, that's not cool. Oh, I can't wait for my opinion. Well, I'm probably listening to it on audio though. I also heard of Barnes and Noble doing that to Vanessa Miller with the filling station. Ooh, that's nasty to do that kind of thing. Raymond said, I'm going to read it, Latrice. I just don't know when. Come on, Raymond, make an effort. Um, Kay says, I agree with Latrice. Uh, DL says two of them said there were printing errors, so they couldn't order it. Wow, that's nasty. Um, okay. Amalola said, did it oathbound? And Amalola says the fantasy girlies were up in arms. But I really like Barnes and Noble like that. Like, y'all need to boycott Barnes and Noble because they just be doing whack stuff all the time. I like the little small independent bookstores, the mom and pop kind of, bookstores. Um, let's see. Kay said I had to get them to go in the back to get Bernice's new. What? The only reason I went to Barnes and Noble is because I had a gift card. Well, damn, girl, you had to go in the back to get Bernice's book. Oh no! Oh hell no! That's crazy to me. That needs to be called all the way out. Like people need to make comments on threads, and so that people will see it. That's nuts to me. Dee said Jessie Redden Fawcett was a woman ahead of her time who knew exactly what she wanted, and she was instrumental in the creation of the Harlem Renaissance. It made you want to do additional research. Okay. DL said they shady. Yeah, shady AF. That's why I don't give two rips about any sale and being. I like no, I wouldn't care about that either. Take me to an indie. I'm the same. Alma says I don't spend my money there. Latrice said, "See, I would have been pissed. Yes, I would have been pissed too. And Rosa says, I'm not surprised about being in. I'm not surprised either. Dee said, yeah, I'm hearing about the shenanigans at BNN. Tracy said every single time Black authors have new releases, there's one copy or plenty in the warehouse. People won't buy a book they cannot see. Hello, Courtney. How are you? Welcome, welcome. What are you reading? Bernie said they don't recognize our buying power for books. Yeah, well, they're gonna realize when people stop going there because, like I don't like being there like that. I don't even like it. I would like no. I don't even like it. Give me a small store any day. Um, Tracy said I buy it from a black-owned bookstore, but I go into being just to scream on them about what they do to black authors. That's hilarious. Yeah, and that's what a lot of other people should do because like, if you had to get the girl to go in the back to get the book, then that's when you come and say, why the fuck the book in the back? Who gonna buy it in the back? Bring the books out to the front. And that's crazy because the principle is when the new books come out, they put them on that front table. So no, I don't like anything about being. I don't even like the way it's set up. It pisses me off. What the way it's set. So for example, they'll put all of the black books in behind the major fiction section, and they'll have like two tables or one table, and they'll have all the black books there. But then if you Toni Morrison, it's not over there in the black section. They put it in the white section. Same with like Alice Walker. You won't find it in the black section. It'll be in the prominent fiction section in the front. A lot of white authors. I don't know. I don't get how they do their shit. I don't get it. I don't understand any of it. Let's see. Kate says my city has one indie bookstore, and that bookstore is a far right bookstore. So I don't get in there. I have to drive to another city to get to an indie bookstore, and I do that sometimes. Oh shit, that sucks. As I said, we just need to send those coins to black owned or independent bookstores. Exactly. DL said, I do agree that we should not stop asking them for those books. No, we absolutely should not. Even if you're not going to buy it there, you should blow them up about it. They need to know we want to see us on the shelves. Yeah. Raymond says, "Oh no, Kay, not a yeah, no, not a MAGA bookstore. Oh Jesus." Um, Nicole says, "I think it depends on location. BNN will shift how they display books based on location." Well, this was in New Orleans, so that ain't no big shakes. They separate everything. But I don't like the way they do that. So I usually, when I go home, I'll go to Octavia or I'll go down to the quarter to what's that place called? There's a bookstore in the quarter that's really good. I like going to Octavia. It's not far from where I live, so I can walk there. But I like avoid being in with every fiber of my being. I want to go in there. Uh, DL says Barnes and Noble Corporation leaves to store manager to determine what makes the shelf. Oh well, that's messed up. Let's all the good indie bookstores here are not black owned. Kay says Raymond, the last time I went there, they had Rush Limbaugh blasting so loud on the speakers throughout the store that I had to leave. Rush Limbaugh. Ugh. Um, Nicole said, I don't like buying books. I don't go into Barnes and Noble for books, but I do notice popular black books when I go into the one local to me. Nicole says she remembers Borders had the black section. Yeah, well. Tracy said exactly. Barnes and Noble managers hate to see me coming. And Lisa, this is Borders. I didn't like Borders though. I think it's mostly because the Borders that was in New Orleans, it was the building was absolutely beautiful and pristine and huge, but it was like a cemetery in there. Like nobody was in this Borders. Nobody. It was just empty. Empty. Courtney says I'm reading Kiki Palmer's book. She's a smart one. Okay. Nicole said to DL, that may be why I see black books because I like wait. Oh, I live in a more progressive area. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so if each being does it differently, the ones in New Orleans, that's how they function. There's one like in Metairie and the other one is on the West Bank and they function in the same way. They have the black books separated on the side, and then all the rest of this is, supposed to be fiction, but yet you find black authors mixed in with that. It's just all mad. It's crazy. Raymond said Tracy the Revolutionary, getting all the Barnes and Noble information. Tracy said, like I said, I make it a point to scream on Barnes and Noble, even though I've purchased that book elsewhere. Nicole said, I wish I appreciated Borders, but Barnes and Noble was more popular for some reason. I don't know, but our Borders was always empty. There was never anybody in that damn place. Um, Nicole's dad used to own a. Your dad used to own a bookstore. Come on, Nicole's dad. Um, Nicole said, growing up, he had all the black consciousness and feminist books. That's pretty cool. Like, it was very quiet. It was a little bit too quiet in Borders. Yeah, that wasn't where it was at. But for me, what would always annoy me for Barnes and Noble is that you would go in and you would ask them, you go in the section and look for the book. You couldn't find the book, so then you would go to the staff and you say, "Hey, I'm looking for this book called," and I'm not expecting the people that work there to know every book, but I'm expecting them to be able to recognize when you're asking them for a book that is clearly on a book prize that has just announced their long list, for example. And they kind of go, wait, huh? What's it called? Huh? Huh? And then, then you tell them again and well, I don't know this book. That's what disheartens me about being in when I would go in there. And like, I think last time in there, that was the conversation I had with the person. And I got so pissed off. I was, the person's like, well, we can order it for you. I was like, you know what? Forget about it, because I was just annoyed to see that they have actually people working there that haven't got what's going on. Like if there's a new book product that comes out, they don't know it. I'm not used to going to bookstores like that. Even the bookstores in Paris that I go to, that sell English books, they all know. Like if you go in there and you say, oh, da 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 book. Oh yeah, that's women's prize. Oh no, this book. Oh yeah, that's that's whatever prize. They know the prizes, so they're not surprised when they hear a title. But BNN is not up on that at all. The people that work there, I don't even know if those people even read. Frankly speaking, I really don't. Let's see. Nicole said Black bookstore in the 90s, I believe, and then went under due to corporations like every other small business. Yeah. Tracy said that must have been amazing. Nicole, your dad owning a bookstore. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. It's just too bad that owning a bookstore now just isn't as profitable as it should be. Probably one of the reasons why it's not profitable is because a lot of Americans do not read. But even if you look like here in Europe, bookstores aren't as profitable. People don't buy a lot of books, so it's. I feel like privilege to be able to own books and to be able to buy books when we want to. It's a privilege. It really is. Courtney said that ought to have been awesome walking through the stacks. Yeah. So yeah, it's a privilege being able to own books. It's a privilege to be able to work in a bookstore. I think, and it's a privilege to be able to own a bookstore, run one, um, and it's a privilege to be able to own books because it's not something that a lot of people, many people do not opt to own books. They just, most people don't even read. Nicole said to Tracy, it wasn't because he would put us to work. Oh shit. We used to have to help when he would vend at the black festivals. Rosa said, yes, that makes it even more important to patronize our few black owned bookstores. And you are correct about that. You are correct about that. So that's that. More work to do as usual. More work to do. So I am going to love you and leave you all. Thanks for dropping in. Oh, Pam Pam's here. I hope you're fine, Pam Pam. Unfortunately, I'm about to leave now, but I hope to see you next week. Have a good one. Um, have a great weekend and get some good reading in. And I'll see you guys next Friday. Bye.